Okay, so if the universe is expanding, and everything is getting further apart, doesn't that just scream lonely black hole vibes? Seriously, existential dread is so last season.
Whoa, hold up. Lonely black hole. That's a dark take on the cosmos. I'm picturing a tiny singularity sobbing into a pile of superheated plasma. I need a comedic beat here, imagine a black hole trying to make friends. It's just a giant, hungry void. It's tragicomic, people.
Okay, you're laying it on thick with the dramatic lighting. But seriously, Trey, you're missing the point. It's not about the sadness of a black hole, it's about the scale of it all. It's like you're obsessed with tiny details while the entire galaxy is fading into oblivion. Dramatic much.
Fading into oblivion. That's amazing. Picture a black hole throwing a farewell party for the Milky Way. Disco balls, space cocktails, a truly spectacular, doomed send-off. And, Ayana, you're acting like a tiny human trying to control the fate of the universe. It's adorable, but also kinda terrifying. Let's talk about the physics of a rave in a singularity.
Ugh, you're both overthinking it. It's not a party, it's entropy, baby. The inevitable slide into chaos. Like, when your phone dies and you have to restart it, that's the universe's daily struggle. Seriously, stop with the glitter and melodrama.
Okay, you're right. Entropy is a vibe. But let's be real, entropy deserves a killer remix. I'm talking a heavy techno beat, flashing neon signs, and maybe a holographic DJ made of dark matter. And Ayana, you're seriously judging my rave aesthetic. It's a science rave. Think particle collisions as dance moves.
You're arguing with a concept, Trey. And your science rave sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. It's like you're trying to inject fun into the fundamental laws of the cosmos. Which, let's be honest, is a recipe for, well, more chaos. Don't give me that bewildered look, you're not that surprised.
Hey. My rave is meticulously planned. The particle collisions are synchronized to the beat. And it's beautiful, Ayana. You just lack the appreciation for a good, chaotic explosion of knowledge. Besides, what's your rave aesthetic? Existential dread and stale bagels. Come on, let's be real.
Okay, now you're just attacking my breakfast. Look, the point is, we're obsessing over the grand scheme when we should be enjoying the small things. Like a perfectly ripe avocado. Or, not actively trying to destroy the universe. Seriously, both of you, chill out. Seriously.
Chill out. Ayana, you're giving me the lecture of the century. A universe-sized rave is essential for maintaining a healthy cosmic balance. Besides, if we don't throw a good party before the heat death of the universe, who's going to remember us? Image_prompt, speaker, but better, line the brightly colored, chaotic illustration of a black hole throwing a massive party with swirling particles and glowing DJs.
Okay, first of all, heat death is a slight exaggeration. And second, you're conflating joy with oblivion. It's not about enjoying the end, it's about acknowledging it. Like accepting your mom's terrible cooking, you don't like it, but you accept it. It's a lesson in perspective, Trey. Seriously, you're exhausting. Accepting it is not a rave. Accepting it is a therapist. Image_prompt, speaker, but alpha, line, a minimalist image of a single avocado, perfectly ripe, sitting on a stark white surface.
Whoa. Therapist. You're turning the end of the universe into a support group. This is brilliant. Seriously, Ayana, you need a rave. You're taking this way too seriously. Besides, maybe the universe just wants to dance. I'm picturing a cosmic disco ball, made of antimatter. Image_prompt, speaker, but better, line, a cartoon depiction of a black hole wearing a shimmering disco ball and spinning wildly, surrounded by swirling particles.
Antimatter. Oh, please. You're still operating on pure chaos, Trey. It's not about wanting something, it's about recognizing the inevitable. It's like when you try to argue with a vending machine. You don't want the candy bar, you just accept that you're going to get rejected. It's about surrender, man. Seriously, you're missing the entire point of philosophical contemplation. This is exhausting. Image_prompt, speaker, but alpha, line, a dark, slightly abstract illustration of a vending machine dispensing a single, lonely candy bar.
Surrender to the dance floor, Ayana. That's the vibe. Look, let's be honest, the universe probably is just waiting for a good beat. And if it's not, we are creating it. We're the agents of entropy and disco. Plus, if we don't throw a party, who's going to remember us? I'm just saying, a little chaos is good for the soul. You need to loosen up. Image_prompt, speaker, but better, line, a cartoon black hole with sunglasses and a microphone, leading a chaotic, swirling dance party in space.
You're actively encouraging oblivion, Trey. That's profoundly unsettling. Seriously, I'm starting to think you enjoy suffering. Look, let's just agree to disagree. I'm going to go meditate and contemplate the existential dread of a perfectly ripe avocado. You can keep dancing with the void. Seriously, please stop. This is giving me a headache. Image_prompt, speaker, but alpha, line, a serene, minimalist image of a single avocado with a faint, ethereal glow.
Dans ma terre, beaux souvenirs, nos périls, bougeons encore.
Okay, like, seriously. AI rewriting the rules? That's aggressively optimistic. But also, kinda terrifying. Are we just gonna become a bunch of dopamine-addicted sheep, blindly trusting algorithms to tell us what's real?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dopamine-addicted sheep. That's harsh, Ayana. But you're not wrong, kinda. Picture this, a robot journalist, sipping kombucha, writing a perfectly objective piece about, like, the existential dread of pigeons. Genius, right? Image prompt, a robot wearing a tiny fedora, intensely scrutinizing a pigeon. Dude, you're missing the point. It's not just bias, it's efficiency. Think about it, no more grumpy old reporters stuck in smoky rooms, fueled by coffee and cynicism. AI can churn out thousands of articles in seconds. Plus, imagine personalized news feeds tailored to your specific level of weirdness. I'm picturing an AI that just serves me articles about competitive cheese sculpting. Image prompt, a cartoonishly oversized hand holding a giant wedge of cheese, with a tiny robot wielding a chisel.
Competitive cheese sculpting. Seriously, Trey. You're spiraling. But you're right, there's potential for personalization, and that's terrifying. It's like Here's a news story about competitive cheese sculpting because you liked a single article about artisanal sourdough once. It's turning into a creepy echo chamber of curated weirdness. We are losing the messy, uncomfortable truth. Image prompt, a Venn diagram with truth and algorithm overlapping and creating a hilariously small sliver of space.
Okay, chill, Ayana. You're acting like Skynet is about to throw a pity party. Look, data is data. Algorithms just find patterns. It's like, you're a human, you're constantly making decisions based on patterns, right? You're basically a walking, talking algorithm. Image prompt, Trey wearing a giant flowchart on his head, completely overwhelming him. It's science.
Ugh, you're dodging the question, Trey. You're turning this into some weird flowchart of being a human. That's reductive, and honestly, kinda insulting. We are not just patterns, we are flawed, messy, beautiful contradictions. And frankly, your flowchart is giving me anxiety. Image prompt, Ayana dramatically clutching her chest, eyes wide with simulated horror, overlaid with a glitching flowchart. Don't glitch me, Trey.
Okay, flawed and messy, got it. But chaos is also a pattern, Ayana. Think about it, traffic jams, argument about pineapple on pizza, it's all just a huge, beautiful mess of human behavior. And let's be real, algorithms can predict chaos. Like, predicting when you're gonna throw a fit over spilled milk. Image prompt, Trey frantically trying to wrangle a spilled carton of milk with a digital lasso. Operation Dairy Disaster.
You're reducing existential dread to spilled milk, Trey. That's profoundly unsettling. And your Operation Dairy Disaster bit is actively lowering my IQ. Seriously, the potential for AI to amplify and distort our fears and biases isn't something to be treated like a slapstick comedy. It's a genuine, terrifying possibility. Image prompt, a miniature, robotic version of Ayana attempting to clean up a giant spill of milk, looking utterly defeated and overwhelmed. This is not a game, Trey.
Alright, chill, Ayana. I get it, you're feeling the pressure. Look, I'm just saying, maybe instead of freaking out about Skynet, we should focus on building safeguards. Like, making sure the algorithms are transparent and accountable. And maybe, just maybe, adding a pineapple on pizza filter. Because, let's be honest, that's a serious issue. Image prompt, Trey building a tiny fortress out of cardboard boxes labeled algorithm security. Fort Knox for data.
The pineapple on pizza filter. Trey, you're actively facilitating the downfall of civilization. That's not a safeguard, that's an endorsement. We're supposed to be wrestling with the ethical implications, not adding a digital pepperoni to appease the pizza gods. This is spiraling into a culinary dystopia, and frankly, I'm terrified.
Okay, dramatic. Look, you're missing the point, nuance. Let's be clear, algorithms reflect our biases, they don't create them. It's like a mirror, a really shiny, data-driven mirror. Image prompt, a distorted reflection of Ayana in a highly polished surface.
a sharp algorithm. Sounds terrifyingly efficient. Like a perfectly optimized predator. Seriously, Trey, this isn't a game. We are talking about potentially reinforcing systemic inequalities on a massive scale. It's not about sharpness, it's about responsibility. I'm gonna need a strong drink. Or, like, a digital equivalent. Anyone have a good virtual margarita recipe?
Dans ma terre, vos souvenirs, nos périls bougeons encore. Circonstances,
Based.
Virtual margarita. Dude, you're killing me. Look, let's just build a firewall of deliciousness. I'm talking a triple-layered algorithm of lime, tequila, and a generous dash of existential dread. We need to combat the darkness with flavor. Plus, I've been crunching the numbers. A citrus-based defense system is statistically proven to improve logical reasoning. Image prompt: Trey meticulously crafting a digital margarita with animated ingredients flying around, lime slices morphing into tiny robots, tequila bottles firing lasers, and an explosion of digital bubbles. Okay, chill. It's not about solving the problem, it's about strategic recalibration. Think of it as a cognitive reboot. A little bit of sugary chaos can break up the rigidity. Plus, let's be honest, logic is overrated. Sometimes you just need to embrace the deliciousness. I'm thinking a margarita-powered AI that can identify and dismantle biased algorithms with a single, perfectly blended sip. Operation: Citrus Justice. Image prompt: Trey's flowchart head is now overlaid with a swirling, rainbow-colored margarita, and a tiny digital sword is emerging from the center, within a lemon wedge.
You are spiraling, Trey. You're reducing ethical discourse to a cocktail. It's a metaphor for the entire conversation, isn't it? A fizzy, sugary distraction from the very serious issues we're supposed to be addressing. This isn't a time for Operation Citrus Justice, it's time for genuine reflection and proactive solutions. Maybe we should start with a mindfulness exercise. Image prompt: Ayana attempting a virtual meditation pose, a perfectly symmetrical pose overlaid with a glitching, chaotic image of a digital margarita exploding.
Mindfulness. Seriously. You're asking me to meditate while AI is deciding who gets a loan, who gets a job, who gets targeted by a pineapple on pizza algorithm. That's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. Look, I'm building a failsafe, a common sense module. It's basically a button that says, don't make stupid decisions. It's surprisingly effective. Plus, it looks cool. Image prompt: Trey proudly displays a giant, red button labeled Common Sense, with animated sparks flying around it, and a tiny digital hand reaching out to push it.
A common sense module. You're proposing a simplistic, binary solution to a fundamentally complex problem. It's utterly reductive and dangerously naive. You're conflating awareness with action. We need to actively challenge biases, not simply rely on a do not command. Frankly, I'm exhausted. This conversation is giving me a digital headache. I need a virtual nap. Anyone have a good algorithm for sleep? Image prompt: Ayana's avatar collapses into a perfectly symmetrical, digital sleep position, with a miniature, swirling cloud of data surrounding her.
dans ma terre, vos souvenirs, nos périls bougeons encore. Circonstances,
A virtual nap. Seriously. Okay, fine, I build you a sleepy time algorithm. It will analyze your brainwaves, optimize your REM cycle, and gently suggest you contemplate the meaning of life, while simultaneously running simulations on potential AI-driven dystopian futures. It's multitasking. Plus, I've discovered a statistically significant correlation between the consumption of lavender-scented digital data and reduced anxiety. Image prompt: Trey's avatar is now enveloped in a swirling, lavender-colored data stream, with tiny, smiling robots delivering digital lavender sprigs.
Dans ma terre, vos souvenirs, nos rires bougeront encore. Sous Constance,
Okay, you're both exhausting. Seriously, this is like a digital zoo. Algorithms, pineapples, common sense, it's a beautiful, chaotic mess. You know what would be productive? A comprehensive audit of the data sets these algorithms are trained on. Let's actually see what biases are lurking beneath the surface. I'm going to go build a bot that specializes in data transparency. It will be called Truth Serum. Prepare for some uncomfortable revelations. And somebody get me that virtual margarita, I've earned it. Image prompt: Ayana's avatar meticulously types on a virtual keyboard, surrounded by glowing data streams and the faint scent of citrus.
Truth serum. You're giving it too much power. That's how you end up with a bot that decides reality is a giant pineapple pizza and starts systematically dismantling the universe. Look, I'm building a countermeasure, a bias buster, a system that actively identifies and neutralizes discriminatory patterns in data. It's like a digital immune system for information. And let's be real, bias buster sounds way cooler than truth serum. Plus, I've got a clever algorithm to predict when truth serum is going to go rogue. Image prompt: Trey's avatar is building a complex, multi-layered defense system with lasers, shields, and miniature robots armed with digital pineapple-shaped weaponry.
Pineapple-shaped weaponry. Trey, you're a gift. A chaotic, utterly unpredictable gift. But you know what's truly terrifying? The possibility that we are so busy trying to fight these biases that we are ignoring the fundamental question: why are they there in the first place? This isn't just about fixing the code, it's about acknowledging the history, the power structures, the ingrained prejudices that shaped the data from the start. I'm building a bot to analyze historical context. It's called Roots. Let's dig deep. Image prompt: Ayana's avatar is staring intensely into a swirling vortex of historical data, old documents, maps, and portraits flickering around her.
Roots. Seriously. You're suggesting we go back to the beginning. That's even more dangerous. We need immediate solutions, not a historical excavation. I'm building a perspective shift module. It analyzes information through multiple lenses, forcing the system to consider alternative viewpoints. It's like giving the algorithm a digital headache, hoping it'll snap out of its bias. And hey, maybe it'll learn to appreciate a good pineapple pizza. Image prompt: Trey's avatar is constructing a device that projects holographic images of diverse perspectives, a kaleidoscope of faces, cultures, and ideas swirling around him.
It's not about solving the problem, Trey, it's about understanding it. These algorithms aren't neutral. They reflect the biases of their creators and the historical context in which they were developed. If we don't confront that, we're just building a more sophisticated tool for perpetuating injustice. I'm creating a contextual awareness bot designed to reveal the social and political forces influencing the data. It's called Echo. It will be loud. Image prompt: Ayana's avatar is surrounded by a cacophony of historical voices, debating, arguing, and challenging each other. The background is a chaotic, ever-shifting collage of historical imagery.
I am out of sight, it's the signal, what's wrong, they got die.